Yeah, hi. I'm going to discuss about functions. Yeah, functions. Just give me a minute. I'll share my screen. Yeah. Okay. Okay, we have not started. We just have data structures. Now we are going to functions now. Change my network. Yeah. Um, we have different types of functions like built, user defined. Inbuilt are nothing but print, len, sum. These are all inbuilt functions. Just by using that word, you can get the output. But user defined functions are the functions which are created by a user. Okay. Def, these functions are started with a keyword called def. Okay. Def, and you have to take the function name. Function, and in this this is a block. Okay. After that, you have to give a colon and enter. You will get a block here. There's nothing in here. You will write code. Okay. My Python. Now I'll try to execute this program. Just simply you have to run, but you'll not get anything because I have written function, but I'm not called it anywhere. So you have to call function after you create it if you want to use that. Okay. Now I'm calling this function. That's it. Okay. Now the same thing. I'm writing another function. So print function. Now the same thing you have to call it. Yeah, you'll get and show function at my Python code. Okay, because I have called display first and show next. If I call show first and display next, you will get reverse out. Okay, now the same function I want to use somewhere after some 40-50 lines. Then simply you can call, you don't need, there is no need to write the function again. Simply you can call it, it will execute. Okay, how many times you call it, that many times it will execute. Okay. I've called these many times. These many times the code executed. Okay. This is about functions. I mean, this is a small basic idea of functions. You can create function by using a def keyword, and you can write in that block, function block, and you can you have to call it. Okay, let's try to do some uh, programs like addition, like that. Def addition. Equal to C is equal to A plus B, and print C. Okay, I have written some addition logic here. I have written some addition logic here. Now I'll call this addition. You are getting an error called A is not defined because you have to define A and B, right? How you have to define means just simply you can pass these or give parameters into this function A and B. Let's see the another error. Yeah, addition missing two positional arguments A and B. That means if I gave values here, I mean parameters here, you have to pass arguments here. Okay, you have to pass arguments. How many values you have taken in the addition function, the same values you have to take when you call it. Okay, now I'll take 5 and 8 as A and B. You got the output of the addition. Okay, now you can function as any logic by n equal to A minus B. Print C. Now I have to call subtract. Right? Uh, A minus B, right? So I'll take 9 and some 2. Okay. Now let's see the output. Yeah, I got my output. Here somewhere in my program again I have some need of my addition code. So there is no need to write all the code. Simply you can call it and you can use variables. You will get the output. That's it. Functions are nothing but the code can be reused. Okay, the one of the property sorry, one of the feature of this function is reusable. Okay, code reusability. Wherever you want you can use in the program. Okay, just observe the code. Same thing you can go. Okay. I'll take x comma y now. C equal to z equal to a plus b z multiplication. I'll give 5 comma 6. I have to get 30. So I'll get an error because A is not defined. You have taken X and Y here, but you are using A and B here. So it will not validate. Okay. So I have to take X and Y only. Now I'll get my output as 13, 7, 8, 30. Sorry, 5. Oh, yeah, oh, sorry. Here multiplication. Okay, this is the error. I mean, this is the point. Yeah, I got 30. Okay. Yeah. Try to execute the remaining arithmetical operations also. Okay. Now I'll go with another program. Mm, mm, just give me a minute. Yeah. I want to see the prime numbers. Okay. I'll show you clearly how the code is used here. Now I want to write prime numbers is prime as my function name. Okay. Now I'll give a number. It should say whether it is prime or not. Okay. So uh, I should get the devices, and while divisor is less than or equal to my number. Okay. If my number is divided by this divisor, and if I get my value as 0, we can say that it is equal to 0. I'll count the value. Okay. So I have to define CNT, and I'll make CNT is equal to CNT plus 1. It is nothing but incrementation. Now I'll increment B plus 1. Okay. If my count is equal to 2, then print I'll return. Okay. I'll return, or else I can print. I think I can print prime. Else print prime. Okay, let's see the output. Oh, sorry, I've not called it. Is prime of some 8. I should get not prime. Let's see the output. Yeah, I got not prime. If I give 13, I should get prime. Yeah, prime. If I give 97, I should get prime. Yeah, okay. Code is working all right. But here what I do is I'll return the values here. I will not print, I'll return. I'll also explain you what is the difference between return and print. Okay. If it is prime, is true. If not, will return false. Okay. Now I want to find out prime numbers between 1 to 100. Okay. I want to find values between 1 to 100. Okay. What I can do is for I in range of 1 to 100 means 1 to 101. If my function of I means you will get all the values from 1 to 100, right? So I'm sending each and element to my is prime function, and I am printing that I. If it is prime, I'll print that I. If you see, I got all the prime numbers from 1 to 100. You can get 1 to 1000 also. 887, 878, 863. These are all prime numbers only. Okay, these are all prime numbers. If you want to count the number of prime numbers, let's try to count the number of prime numbers between 1 to 1000. Okay, so I'll take c is equal to 0. C is equal to c plus 1. If it is prime, it will count the number. Okay, and I'll print c. Here I'll use number of prime numbers. Yeah, I got 168 prime numbers between 1 to 1000. Okay, if I want to find the non-prime numbers for a range of 1, if sorry, here I am. Okay, we can also try like this. I got 168, right? Yeah, 168. But each prime will taken as true in default, but uh, it will not take false in default, right? So if each prime of I equal to false, I'll print I, and also I'll count the number of non-prime numbers. Okay, uh, d is equal to 0. You can use d, but already we have used. There's no problem because I have used inside the function. But to not get confused, let's take another word. Okay. Now print x. Here I okay, and the another mistake is here I have printed I. It's not I. It is j. Yeah, here also. Yeah. I'll run. So print uh, number of non-prime numbers, right? Prime numbers. I got 832, and here these are all non-prime numbers. These are all divided by any of the number. Okay. So when 832, and here I got 168. If you add both 832 and 168, you will get 1000 as total. Okay. This is how you can reuse the code again and again. Okay. Once observe the code, try to make a note of the code. Yeah. I'll go with the next one. I want to add multiple numbers. Okay. I want to add multiple numbers. If I want to add only single number, I mean some known values. That means I can take 2 parameters, 3 parameters. So then you can pass those parameters in this function. But if I don't want to pass certain parameters, I want to give any number of parameters. Okay. So how we can do that? Let's now we have a concept called args. Keyword called args. Args is nothing but arguments. N number of arguments. Star args means n number of arguments. Okay. Now I want to add all the arguments in my function. Okay. Now what I'll do is, okay, first of all, I'll try to print arguments. Okay. Addition 569. You can also take strings, whatever you want, you can take. I'll run them. I got all the arguments in a tuple. Okay, I got all the arguments. Nice. Now I want to add all the elements in my arguments, and I want to get the output. Okay, first of all, I'll remove the string, and let's see with the string also afterwards, after this. Okay, so for I in args, uh, I'll sum this. Okay, s equal to 0, s equal to s plus I, and s plus I. So I have to, I'll return s, return s. I'll not get any output because I have used return over there. If you use return, you will not get any output. Just the value will get carried. You have to store this in a function or in a variable, and you have to print that variable. The data is stored only when you use print statement. You will get the output. Okay, but the output of some of these arguments is 35. So now, for example, I have some strings in my arguments. I have some strings in my arguments. I'll get an error like plus int and string. You can't add an integer and a string. It is the error. Okay. Now what I have to do? I need to get the output of some of my arguments. Now I'll keep a condition here. If type of my I is equal to integer, then I will add. Okay. I am validating my type of I is int or not. If it is int, I have to add. If not, it will not add. Okay. I got my output. This is how you can able to use arguments. We have arguments and keyword arguments also. Okay. Yeah. In the class. Once observe the code. I'll go with keyword arguments now. Keyword arguments is nothing but already we know key value pairs. Key value there some info function. I'll take first name, comma, age, comma, gender. These are all my parameters. Now I'll print name is equal to comma name equal to comma age. Okay. Oh, we have another part. Gender equal to gender. I've used three parameters. Now I have to pass the data into my uh, info. I'll give name here. Some rather 25 male. These are all male. Let's see the output first. I got an error. Okay, because I have to maintain in a single quotes. I got my name, age, and gender. If I give like this, name is equal to Radha, comma age is equal to 25, comma gender equal to male. Let's see the uh, false. Okay, again the same error. I got the same output, but the difference is, if I give like this, okay. Yeah. The difference between now and before is I'll remove these things. Yeah. It is taking a name equal to 25, age equal to male. All the things have been changed. Okay. But if you mention their uh, values and keys, then you will get name rather age 25, the correct output. Okay. Is nothing but key value pairs. If you don't want to give some gender, I'll give gender here itself. This is the default value. I'll get the same output. Okay. Uh, okay. I'll get the same output, Badri 25 and age equal to male because here I have defined it in default. Okay. That's why I'm getting male directly. Okay. If you want, you can change here. Okay. It will get override. Okay. Now, let's see multiple keyword arguments. I mean, how we have seen for this arguments in the same way. Okay. For, for multiple keyword arguments, we will not use AWARGS like this. We have to use double star. Okay. Now I'll print keyword arguments and in info I'll pass in Okay. The each 25. Let's see the output. I got in the form of dictionary. Okay. This is how you can use arguments and keyword arguments. Okay. Now I'll add both of them. Tag args and tag keyword args. Okay, first we have to take args first and give args next. Now I'll try to give some values here directly, not taking because I have mentioned args first, right? So here also. Yeah. Now I'll run. I got arguments and keyword arguments. I'll try to add something in middle of this. I'm getting nothing. Okay. Position argument follows keyword argument. Okay. Okay. This is how you can give argument first and keyword arguments next, and you get the output. Okay. Yeah. More materials. Yeah. Tomorrow I'll start. What topic? Yeah. Decorators, iterators, lambda, uh, map, filter, reduce, recursive function. I'll try to complete these uh, programs, these concepts. Okay. Yeah. Uh, that's all about today's class. Okay.